pörssiä tähän ottelua edeltämään lehdistötilaisuuteen. Huomenna on tietynlainen teema, perheotteluteema ja paljon junioreita ja muitakin paikalla. Eli meillä on täällä nuorisoyrittäjä lupa
Jacob, important match ahead in the qualifiers. How has the team prepared for the upcoming match?
If I understand your question correct, how we prepare for this important game? Yes. The good thing about being with the Hukayat is that we have certain ways we want to do the things on the pitch when we play a game. That means there is some consistency in the preparation, meaning we have a game tomorrow, so when we, for example, is defending the box, we want to defend the box properly, but not in a different way than we did last time we played. So we have to focus on each phase of the game, how we do the things, and it's the same for this game here. And then of course we look a bit on the opponent, if there's anything specific where we can harm them or anything we have to be, careful about. And then of course we also evaluate how we did all these things in the last game. And there are things that we were quite satisfied with, not the result, and there were things that we had to do way better. So that's the way we prepare for a game like that.
Viimeksi kun pelasimme Liettua vastaan, teit maali. Millä eväillä samaa virettä kuin huomenna?
Hyvä kysymys. Mun mielestä siinä matsissa oltiin tosi vahvoja, varsinkin kun pallollisessa pelissä. Niin mä toivon, että sitä me ollaan nyt harjoiteltu tässä nyt muutamassa treenissä, niin mä toivon, että se jatkuu huomenna. Ja meillä on tosi hyvä nippu täällä kasassa ja paljon taitavia jätkiä, niin mä uskon ja toivon, että me päästään näkemään niitä pelaajia omilla vahvuuksilla huomenna ja pystytään hyökkäämään paljon ja sitä kautta luomaan paljon maalintekotilanteita ja toivottavasti tulee itsellekin ehkä toinen maali, niin se olisi aina mukava.
Kiitoksia Alex. Still we keep it for a while in English, that we have international part over, and after that we can change it in Finnish language with Kaan. So you can kind of just start about the preparations and point of view how this week have been from your point of view.
Yeah, first of all, it's been a short preparation again, a couple of good trainings together as a team. Obviously, there's a lot of new faces in the team as well. But overall, everything has been good. We are very much looking forward for the game tomorrow. It's going to be an exciting one. We know that Lithuania is a good team. We faced them not so long time ago. They have a couple good individuals. They are good as a team in both ways. So like I said, it's going to be an exciting game, and we are fully confident for tomorrow's match.
Thanks. Okei, tehdään niin, että kysymyksiä Kaanille ensin, että päätetään sen jälkeen Kaan valmistautuu harjoituksiin, eli lähdetään siitä liikkeelle. Kysymykset pelaajalle ensin jatkaa ottaisia. Ota hetkonen, että saat tuon mikrofonin.
Jacob, tosiaan uusia naamoja nyt ollut siellä treeneissä. Onko siellä joku, joka on pistänyt erityisesti siltä?
Mun mielestä kaikki. En mä lähde tässä yksittäin ketään nimeämään, mutta siis jätkät on tullut tosi hyvällä drivella sisään joukkueeseen ja huomaa kyllä, että heissä on niinku kaikessa tosi paljon potentiaalia ja laatua. Tietysti toivon ja toivotaan, että pystyy myös auttamaan meitä ja näyttämään sen noissa matsissa.
Lisää kysymyksiä Kaanille. Anssi sieltä keskeltä odotettiin liikkeelle.
Anssi Kairinen Iltalehti. Aloitan vielä vähän tarkemmin, että minkälaisia asioihin olette keskittyneet tuossa viime päivien treeneissä ja niissä treenisessioissa?
No pääsääntöisesti ollaan nyt ehkä painotettu sitä hyökkäyskolmanneksen pelaamista, että se on ehkä, jos katsotaan tuota viime puolimatsia, niin se jäi meillä vähän puuttumaan, niin ollaan yritetty siihen nyt keskittyä enemmän treeneissä, mutta niin kuin sanoin, niin toivottavasti saadaan pikainen parannus siihen huomistaan.
Onko vielä Kaanille kysymyksiä? näin olevan. Kiitoksia. Oli vähän siellä.
Onko sun kohdalla puhuttu siitä Liettua-pelistä, minkälainen sun rooli tulee olemaan siellä?
On siitä puhuttu, mutta en ehkä lähdettäisi sen enempää avaamaan taktisia asioita huomiselle, että sen lähdetään huomioon.
What did you say? It was very quiet afterwards.
Keep the going.
Thank you. Kiitos.
Okay, questions to Jacob, please. Raise your hand and wait for the microphone.
And I can say...
Start.
I can answer that one. If I remember correct, after the match against Poland, you said that you didn't see in the field things that you had trained, or how to get behind, how to get breakthrough to the attacking third. How have you been training those things recent days, and what were the biggest problems?
Yeah, a good question. And you remember correctly, it was an issue in our last game against Poland. And then when you have, something in your performance that should be, better or improved, then it's always a balance on when you meet in again, how much should that focus be? Of course, it has a certain amount of focus because we need and want to improve things. But it's also a balance, because if you only are focusing on this one specific topic, then maybe you start, to lose the concentration and focus on the complete game picture. But in this case here, it was mainly on the build-up where we struggled a bit to get in what we call the progression zone, and when we reach the progression zone, is outplaying the first pressure of the opponent. When you do that properly, then you get in good situations where you can enter the final third, where you can progress on the pitch. It's simple as that, and we did not do that good enough against Poland. So of course it have had a certain amount of focus, but not the complete focus, because we know what to do, and then sometimes we have challenges, but it has a certain amount of focus, so we hopefully can do that part better and more natural and fluently than we did against Poland. If we do that, then we get more final third entries, then we create more chances, we get more box entries. So we're looking very much forward to at least try to improve that part.
After last meeting from Lithuania, what do you think you need to improve tomorrow?
If we see the last game against Lithuania, many things were quite good in that game. This problematic we had against Poland, it was not an issue against Lithuania. On the contrary, it was actually very good. But the good thing, as I also said to the first question here, is that we keep the focus on our principles. And maybe at some point you get tired of hearing of it, but that's the way we work. We know good performances always have a good positive outcome. So we're really, really trying, to keep the focus on the principle, do it good enough, do as many of them as good as possible in the game, because then we know we will end up winning the game 9 out of 10 times. And of course we can use the last Lithuanian game to see which is the specific opponent, but we have to work hard to get that game picture. So hopefully overall could be nice with the same game picture, but we don't expect to get it for free. We have to work hard. We have to work hard without the ball. We have to make it, make them, so we are difficult to play against when they are on the ball. And then we can hopefully turn the page to us being in the momentum most of the game.
Okay. More questions?
Hi, Jacob from Suomen Uutis. You have pretty many new faces
have they brought the energy and dynamics you wanted?
Yes, they have. That's the short answer. We have a good mixture now, I think, of experienced young players. And then I had a question on the side of the pitch where should the older players have all the responsibility? No, it's also a common responsibility. So even you are young coming in, you have also a responsibility. But of course, then we have some experienced players that have tried these games many more times, and in this sense, they of course have to support the young ones. But as a young player, you come in, they have the dynamic you are asking for, they have the energy, and they also have a responsibility. Nobody gets these free spaces, free seats in the Hukajat. They are here because they deserve it, because they perform well in the clubs, and hopefully they give this spark in a good combination with, we have to remember, we have many good experienced players as well. So hopefully in a good combination, then it's not only the new ones that come in and give energy, it's also the whole group, the whole team, and not only the young ones. It's a common responsibility.
More questions?
Christopher Herbertsen Sporten. It's talking about the week as a whole. It's a very short turnaround again. Netherlands 3 days later, we struggle in between.
Yep.
When it comes to lineup, managing minutes, stuff like that, how much do you see the 2 games as a whole? Trying to save some energy maybe for Sunday, or is it all in for the Thursday game and then Sunday comes later?
Yeah, it's also a very, very fine question, because this question you ask and the way of thinking is of course something we also do every time, and when we have these short weeks, which is very common. But first of all, I would say the first game is the most important. That's where all our focus is now. Then, of course, I have some things in the back of my mind towards the next game. I cannot separate the two completely. But the focus, we are not talking anything about Holland now with the players. I don't talk individual with the players about Holland. We have the 100% focus on the Lithuanian now, and then the coaching staff, we have things in the back of our heads, but nothing that affects directly the preparation for Lithuanian. There can be maybe something about different player profiles, what fits for the certain task ahead of us, what we can expect. So there are some speculations, but it's thoughts that we have in the coaching staff on our own, and the players, they're not even thinking about going to Amsterdam yet. They're thinking about this game tomorrow, 100%.